What's up, family? Trail here, and today we have an urgent warning message to pretty much everyone in each state. This is about to get worse for the U.S. economy, and I need to let everyone know to start preparing. There is a huge storm brewing, guys. I also want to break down how this new crisis might actually affect our Social Security recipients as well as Medicare recipients. I've got the details to share with you today in this video. But first, if you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Also, if you could, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps out this channel. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Starting off, guys, inflation is easing up just a little bit. However, it's not easing up enough, which is why the Fed chairman continues to raise interest rates, which is pretty much causing us to go into a recession. Now, here we are in 2023, and we are pretty much in a recession, guys. I mean, look around. What are you seeing? Well, if you're not sure because you're living under a rock or something, I do have details about it in just a moment. But look at this article right here, guys. It says that inflation is easing, but some grocery prices are expected to soar even higher this year in 2023, including one whose price rose nearly 60% over the previous year. Yes, guys, it says right here that the average price of dozen large eggs has hit $4.25 in December. And yes, guys, right now, if you walk into a grocery store, it's probably even harder to even find a dozen of large eggs. You guys know what I'm talking about, but that is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. Like I said, this is an urgent warning, and I'm coming to you to let everyone know in all 50 states that we are headed towards a potential disaster, a crisis, guys. And right here, we can see from the USDA on the Economic Research Service website where they have come up with their summary findings for the outlook on food for 2022 as well as 2023. And you can see right here, guys, in the purple highlighted area, it says that in 2023, all food prices are predicted to increase between 3.5% and 4.5%. Food at home prices are predicted to increase between 3 and 4%. And food away from home prices are predicted to increase between 4 and 5%. Yes, guys, this is the findings that they have come out in regards to the food prices in this country. I mean, we've already thought that we have already received the brunt of this, guys, but they are expecting it to get much worse this year, especially as we are pulling into the real damaging area from the recession, guys. Now, what I will say is that I hope that the Fed chairman continues to what I will say is that I really hope that the Fed chairman stops raising the interest rates, guys. We do not need to have a sharp drop because of this recession. We need to gradually drop a little bit below every single month or so. But the Fed chairman is causing us to pretty much like an airplane, continuing to nosedive down below, guys. But again, this is a urgent warning that I want to let you guys know. And we are seeing these other stories like this, guys, where it says that two major retailers serving all of America right now, they are actually planning to close their stores as well within the next 2 weeks. Yes, guys, you wouldn't have expected, but Walgreens and CVS have reportedly planned to close several physical store locations in the next 2 weeks. Yes, guys, that means that those individuals that have prescriptions at these particular stores, or even they get their grocery items at these stores, they may want to go ahead and make some necessary preparations to find another location. So again, guys, like I said, this is just one piece of news that we are seeing in the headlines coming as of recently. But then we also have this right here, guys. It says that some of the popular sports retailers, including Nike, are some of the stores that are closing, and they are pretty much closing starting today on Friday, guys. Yes, it says that the worst of retailer apocalypse may be over, but that doesn't mean that losses are over as of yet. In 2020, we saw many retailers fall victim to mounting financial challenges exacerbated from the COVID pandemic. And here we are in 2023, just when we thought the pandemic was over, we are experiencing a downfall from the retailers of this country, guys. Again, who would have thought Nike is closing their stores? Every time you look around, you see these individuals, especially little kids, walking around with $100 to $180 shoes on their feet. And Nike is still planning to close their stores. But yes, guys, that just shows you how bad it is getting. And then also you can see on this article, it also says that also well-known chains like Bed Bath & Beyond, Macy's, and Big Lots stores are also planning to close as well. And then we just saw a couple of days ago, earlier this week, where Microsoft has announced that they are going to be laying off 11,000 people. But we can see in this article, guys, between Microsoft, Amazon, and some of the other tech companies, they have laid off more than 60,000 employees in just the last 12 months. So again, guys, the tech industry is even having their fair share of a downturn in the economy. And again, guys, like I said, this is just going to get worse over the next 6 months or so. And we just last night, guys, breaking news, we even saw another crypto company, guys, crypto lender Genesis. They filed for bankruptcy as well, guys. So again, like I said, guys, this is just getting worse. Now, who does this really affect? It really affects those individuals that are pretty much considered in the low income brackets or even the moderate to mid-level income brackets, guys. But again, everyone in this country is being affected by this recession that is going on. All those individuals in all 50 states, guys, everyone is being affected by this. The United States is getting hit from every direction, guys. And it doesn't stop there, guys, because we are also facing an issue with the country facing a default on their loans, guys. Yes, we see it right here, guys, where the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, she is saying that they are taking extraordinary measures to avoid a default as the United States hit its debt limit. Yes, guys, it says right here that the Treasury Department started taking extraordinary measures to pay federal government bills as the U.S. hit its debt limit this past Thursday. Now, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said this information just earlier this week. Now, Yellen is pushing Congress to pass a bill to lift the country's $31.4 trillion debt limit, and it expects that the Treasury can keep paying its bills at least until June of this year, which is why I said earlier, guys, we are going to see a huge downturn over the next 6 months or so, putting us into the summertime of this year. And right now, guys, some House Republicans have suggested that they will push for spending cuts as part of a debt ceiling agreement because they pretty much want to stop President Biden from spending any more money that is not necessary. However, the government needs this money to continue to pay their debts, guys. Yes, guys, a lot of people are on Medicare, Social Security, as well as the government, and all those individuals need to continue to get paid, especially those individuals that are working for these government agencies right now, guys. So again, we all know that they do need to increase the debt ceiling just so they can continue to cover their responsibilities in this country. However, we do need to stop the bleeding in regards to the excessive spending, such as providing more money in military aid for those individuals in Ukraine. Because, guys, the United States needs help right now. Yes, we do agree that Ukraine needs their help, but right now, guys, if you are a U.S. citizen and you live in this country, the United States need help right now, guys. This is going to wipe out millions of Americans in this country. If this economy continues to go the same direction that it is headed in towards right now, a lot of Americans, guys, millions of Americans are going to be wiped off completely. We thought that we had a huge issue with the homeless in this country. Guys, it is about to double or even triple. And yes, guys, like I said, this is also going to affect our Social Security recipients as well as those individuals that receive Medicare. As you can see right here in this article, it says that as the United States hits its debt ceiling, here's what could mean for Social Security and Medicare. It says that if the debt ceiling negotiations are unsuccessful, the U.S. could default on its debt, which means that our Social Security recipients may not receive their monthly checks. Yes, guys, this could be huge. And yes, guys, a lot of Americans are dependent upon this money to be distributed to them every single month. And without it, guys, they could potentially default on their own responsibilities in regards to where they live or putting food on the table for them and their families. So again, guys, like I said, here is why we need to worry, because this could have a huge effect on our Social Security recipients as well as Medicare, because it could delay Medicare payments as well, guys. And as proposals continue to get cut in these particular programs, a lot of Americans could suffer in the end. Again, guys, like I said, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I at least want to give you this information because you need to start preparing right now versus later, because we don't know necessarily how bad this will actually get. Hopefully it doesn't, but you guys, you want to prepare if you have the opportunity. Or if you don't have the opportunity, guys, start thinking in advance of what your plans are going to be as far as a reaction towards this information, so that you know exactly once it gets worse in this country. At least you have an idea of what you plan on to do as far as a plan of action. But again, guys, like I said, we could soon be facing the biggest financial crisis in history as Republicans continue to threaten to stop paying America's bills. Again, guys, like I said, we typically don't see the Democrats trying to stop paying America's bills. We always continue to see the Republicans trying to stop paying America's responsibilities. So again, guys, whether or not that hits home for you, you do need to be mindful of this, especially if you continue to vote for these Republicans in your local state as well as on a federal level. This is definitely important, guys, because it could affect you directly. But anyways, guys, that is just the information that we have right now that is affecting millions of Americans. That is pretty much in all 50 states right now, guys. But I do want to go ahead and switch topics, and I do want to leave you with a little bit of good news just to cheer things up a little bit, because it is not looking good for the U.S. economy as well as millions of Americans. But in regards to the little bit of good news that I do want to share with you today, and that is because there is some good information on the horizon for those individuals that live in New Mexico, and that is because here recently New Mexico governor has pitched a new idea for is regards to tax relief. This is going to provide money for those individuals in their respective state. And as you can see right here in this video, this particular governor budget proposal could potentially offer $750 to single filers and up to $1,500 for joint filers. Now, again, it says that New Mexico would use a surge in oil-related income to underwrite health insurance costs for educators, expand minimum classroom instructional hours at public schools, and shore up access to healthcare and high-speed internet to remote areas in the state, under budget recommendations issued this past Tuesday by the governor, Michelle Lewin Grissom. Yes, guys, this particular budget proposal from the newly re-elected Democratic governor would increase annual state general fund spending by nearly 12% to $9.4 billion for the fiscal year starting on July the 1st and ending on June the 2024. Now, again, the state government expects there to be multi-billion-dollar financial windfall in the current and upcoming fiscal year. And in regards to this new proposal by the governor, it says that Governor Grissom is proposing a $1 billion in tax rebates that could provide direct payments of as much as $1,500 per household, along with $500 million in tax relief, in part through cuts in some income tax rates and lower statewide gross receipt taxes on sales and services. So again, her budget proposal would devote $100 million to pay the individual cost of health insurance for our educators throughout the state, though not their dependent family members. So again, guys, this could be a new stimulus check for the year of 2023 that is on the horizon. So far, it has not been approved yet, but it is in the works because it was just announced. And right now, they will be getting all legislative lawmakers to come together to figure out how they can pass this bill to be able to provide a little bit of this budget surplus back to the American people in New Mexico, guys. So again, like I said, this could be worth up to $1,500 stimulus payments that could be arriving per household sometime this year if this particular proposal, this tax relief proposal, does get passed by legislation. So again, guys, that is just a little bit of good news, but don't forget about the other information that I told you about, because the storm is a brewing and it is headed our direction, guys. This could typically be a tornado that happens in every single state in the United States. So again, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the items down below, because there are some great offers down there that I'm definitely extending to you. Definitely, you can get the Amazon Prime membership for free for 30 days. Or if you want to go ahead and start your investing journey this year in 2023, there is an offer down below where you can get 12 free stocks after depositing just $1. But anyways, guys, those are just a few. But if you are interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.